I wanted to make a quick update. There's some things that I kind of switched around because I really wasn't liking the setup. I like these icy pops. Old childhood favorite. What I really wanted to get to was some things that I rearranged. Before, if you looked at my previous episode or previous video, I had, well, how about this? How about I show you what I'm talking about? It'll be a lot easier and you can see what I'm talking about. So before, I had you see that kiddie pool right there, and I had this chair in that kiddie pool, and it was meant and set up for anyone who wants to sit down in the chair could put their feet in the mini pool. Plus, I have a 4-month-old son that I would occasionally dip him in there and watch him splash around. Well, I came to grips and found out that, you know what, he can do that in the bathtub. He's 4 months old, so big deal for him. But anyway, this chair was in there, and the pool was over in that corner just like it is now, with the chair on the other side, and like I said, you could put your feet in there. Well, I got over that pretty quick. If you haven't noticed, I went to Walmart and I bought this whole canopy, and then I went ahead and screened it in, just real cheaply, real loosely, and screened this side in, screened half of that side, and this side here. It was like a 25-foot roll for less than $40. And I took zip ties and zipped it up. If you can also see, there's Christmas lights up there. So at night, this becomes a little hangout spot with the plants. Back to the pool, I'm over it. It really takes up the whole purpose of this chair, because you'll come outside and you're like, man, I really want to sit in that chair, but I don't want to put my feet in the pool. And there really wasn't enough space for me to put the chair anywhere else unless I put it smack dab in the middle of the gazebo setup thing I have here. I also got these bricks, these little concrete slabs for $1 a piece at Lowe's. It was the 4th of July holiday sale, and I was wanting something to add on, so when you come out the door to come outside, you just don't have this little slab of concrete that's covered. And I just was not a big fan of that. It worked for a little while, but I wanted something more, and so I went ahead and did this. Okay, now that you have the backstory, what I found out was I could use that pool as a small plant humidifier. It gets more use as a plant humidifier than it does as a okay, so that last video, I ran out of space on my phone, the memory, so I had to delete a few videos to get a little more airtime, because I'm filming this off of my phone. So before, I was saying that this is getting more use as a plant humidifier than as a pool that you can put your feet in. And so I rearranged my plants, because here's the thing. My purple passion, I still forget the name of that one right there. My cordyline fruticosa, and I forget this one too. These are all tropical plants. Really minus the purple passion, but it could use some of the extra humidity because it's dry out here in central Texas. It's just recently we got some rain and it's a little bit humid out there. But with this pool, I maybe added about an inch to 2 inches of water in there. And if you look close, so you do see the water right there. There is a reflection, right? And then I have those clear plastic trays that I've talked about in my previous video that I love so much. So this actually protecting the water from getting inside of there, so it's not being a waterlogged plant or container. And that humidity, when the sun hits it, rises that steam, that moisture in the air, and these plants will get it. And I think I like that idea a lot better than there's a motorcycle, than them just sitting there on the grass. So I changed that up and did it like that. I also have my little table here, and I put my peppers up higher off the ground. You can see there's one pepper right there, and there's another 2 buds that are going to drop here real soon, and we're going to have some more peppers. But it gets them off the ground, it gets a little air, and they get some of that moisture here. So check this out, and there's my cactus. I just didn't know what to do with that just yet. It is a little bit out of place, but I am still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So with my 4-month-old son, I'd like to keep the check of humidity inside the house, because I have a humidifier and I want to be in range for him, because he's not able to blow his nose fully and get the mucus to drain. So I want it to kind of be humid in the house. So anyway, I bought this little humidifier. What do you call this thing? Anyway, it checks it reads the humidity that's in the air. And as you see right now, next to the pool, it is 90 degrees outside with a 54% humidity. And that's because it's next to this pool. I actually had it at 61% humidity, and that's because I took some of the water out of the pool. It was at 61%, and now it's at 54%. And then I took this same humidifier, this gauge, and I brought it outside from underneath the canopy here, and I brought it out here and I let it sit, and the humidity dropped down to 49% humidity. So 49% moisture that's in the air out here. And so I was like, well, you know what? This could do something. I could really do something with this. And so I switched everything around. I put my tropicals in the water so they get a little bit of humidity. Put my peppers up on this table here. I did leave 1 pepper plant here. Well, actually 3, because the pepper plants actually love that afternoon sun I get. It's a little cloudy today, but it gets the fierceness of Texas heat. And then I have some other plants here, and just kind of rearrange thing. And I got my chair back, you know. So now there's not just this chair, but then there's this chair. And so now someone else can sit out here without having me to rip up the chair out of the pool and it just being out of place, whatever. So that's the update, really. And just still growing. If you see my last video, you seen this bromeliad here. And this bromeliad I potted. It was already kind of on the way out the door. If you don't know already, bromeliads, they have one life cycle. So they grow, they bloom, and then they die. But they create pups. And this bromeliad has 2 pups. And it is almost just about ready for me to go ahead and get those pups out. Because this, I believe it's done blooming. I don't know. The leaves are yellow. And mostly because I had it sitting right over there next to the pepper plant for about 3 days, and it was just getting scorched by that west sun. And so, like I was saying, it does have pups. It has 2 pups. I don't know if you can see them, but there's the 2 pups, and the pups actually have green leaves. And so they're almost going to be ready to pull out. Does she have 2 pups? Is it just 2 pups on here? Yep, just 2 pups. I thought it was 3. So I will be making a video on how to remove those pups and repot them and get those going. I forget the name of these caladiums. If anybody has any clue on why my caladiums are sagging over like this, they've been sagging over like this for about a week. I don't know what's going on. They're pretty. They're so pretty. The leaves are a little bit curled, but I want to know what's going on. And if you know what's going on, please tell me. Please tell me. If you see my previous video, I have the soil mixture in there, so you should know the type of soil that I have. And everything else is kind of doing fine. Those are just hung over, and if you can see, I have a stick here, and then I kind of zip tied it real loosely, not to pinch the the caladium tube, but to just to keep it up, and it's still slumped over. So all that said, this is my new arrangement. I think I like it a lot better because I do get the chair back, and then what's in that container is my soil. And I had it covered because it rained, and I want to keep it moist. And this is the new setup. A lot better than I had it before. So like and subscribe. Tell me if you guys like that idea. I think it's a wonderful idea to have like a humidifier. And it's honestly, it keeps some of that humidity in here because it goes up and it kind of gets trapped a little bit. And then also with the screen being here, the wind cuts down in here pretty good. I can go out here, right through here, and I can feel the difference that it is drier. It's a lot more of a breeze out here. But when you go step back in, the wind kind of cuts down and the air is thicker. And I think it's all because of that pool with the water. So that's the update. Thanks for watching. Please continue to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. You know, if you know anything about the caladiums lumping over like that, let me know. And stay tuned for the bromeliad video. I will see you guys later.